Hard to believe it has been only 2 years since Jerry Turner's story on The Golden Bachelor brought tears to the eyes of viewers across the nation as the widower and his 60 and 70-something co-stars discovered love at any age. Nevertheless, it has been somewhat of a chore to watch Season 2 unfold on the 2025 TV schedule, especially when Mel Owens seems just as eager for it to end as we are. Everything has fallen apart, and if there is to be a Season 3, certain things must be addressed. Mel Owens, 66 years old, has had it rough since filming began. He faced criticism from Bachelor Nation after saying on a podcast that he only dated women under 60 years old and intended to cut any ladies older than that. Sure, it was an unflattering look, but I don't think it explains all the problems we've had this season. In my opinion, the following adjustments are necessary. Mel Owens seems to struggle with expressing or simply describing his emotions, which is very unsuitable for a starring role in a show ostensibly about love. With fewer and fewer female characters appearing on TV, that fact has grown increasingly apparent during the season. For example, during the hometown dates, we witnessed Mel's reluctance to provide any concrete reasons for his feelings for Peg Munson's mom. In Fantasy Suites, Cindy Colors appeared irritated that he wouldn't commit to taking a risk and potentially getting engaged, even though this is the central idea of The Golden Bachelor, as she pointed out. Compare that to Jerry Turner, who has also, to be fair, lost some popularity among Bachelor Nation viewers following his split from Teresa Nist, the show's winner. The first Golden Bachelor appeared to be crying more frequently than not. His frequent praise of the ladies' brilliance and composure was contagious, and he made his late wife Toni seem like a cast member with all the references to her. In the meantime, Mel still hasn't said much beyond, "I really like her," and "it's going great," in the week leading up to his reported proposal. His unwillingness to be vulnerable makes it hard to understand his motivations for wanting to be married again, even though this season was a wonderful opportunity to begin a discourse about finding love again after a divorce. Seeing the cast members become closer to one another was something I was most anticipating about Season 2 of The Golden Bachelor. Like Joan Vasso's men on The Golden Bachelorette, that was a highlight of Jerry's season. I feel that Nicole Briscoe's villain plot obscured that bonding, even though it absolutely happened again this season. The focus on whether Nicole wanted to be an influencer for the wrong reasons, or if she was more interested in Mel detracted from other plot points at the Bachelor Mansion. The producers choose to give us the villain storyline instead of, say, listening to the ladies discuss their relationships or families. I would have liked to spend more time getting to know the amazing Season 2 cast members and hearing about their incredible tales than listening to Nicole pontificate on the art of television production and making naive remarks about the not-so-great-looking women from Season 1. Oh no, that's wrong. We can watch the regular Bachelor if we prefer this type of drama. For the Goldens, it is unnecessary. I said before that the ladies on Season 2 of The Golden Bachelor have had incredible lives, and we got a taste of it all, the incredible, the tragic, and everything in between. Of all the disturbing stories I've heard on a Bachelor episode, the one about Cheryl Steele's ex-husband abducting their son when he was a baby and the one about Debbie Sieber's ex-death are the most upsetting. Who goes on a Bachelor series without a tragic or compelling backstory? So why eliminate so many contestants on the first night if we're going to hear all of these stories? In the initial rose ceremony, Mel Owens and Jerry Turner both eliminated 6 women. But Mel had a double episode premiere, so there was a second rose ceremony. 10 of Mel's 23-person ensemble were eliminated in the span of 2 hours, and 4 more were dismissed at that location. In the future, it would be wonderful if, on the first night, no more than 2 or 3 women checked out. Skip the initial rose ceremony and throw only 13 or 15 women into Bachelor Mansion if that's how many producers desire. It is inefficient to spend the entire limo ride presenting the ladies, just to send half of them home without further introduction. What I've mentioned up to this point is basically this. Season 1 of The Golden Bachelor was our favorite because of how it made us feel. Following the loss of his wife, we hoped Jerry would find love again. The stories of the participants' struggles with loss, hearing loss, and putting their children's needs before their own resonated deeply with many viewers. When Charles Ling finally accepted his wife's death after years of wondering if he could have stopped it, we all broke down in tears watching The Golden Bachelorette. There were also some funny parts, like when Jack Lencioni's tour of Bachelor Mansion went viral and the mansion men swam in perfect unison. During Mel's season, where was this whole thing? The Golden Bachelor was a great spin-off, and I hope that if it gets renewed for a third time, they make some tweaks to bring back the show's original innocent charm. However, for the time being, we still need to finish Mel's journey. At 8 p.m. ET, you may tune in for the 2-hour live finale on ABC on November 12th, and available online the next day with a Hulu membership. See who's supposedly going to win Mel Owens' season in our spoiler if you're dying to find out who it is. The Golden Bachelor season featuring Mel Owens has been nothing short of a roller coaster, filled with twists, drama, and, unfortunately, some undeniable flaws. While the idea behind the show highlighting older singles searching for love is fresh and inspiring, the execution has left much to be desired. Viewers have found themselves frustrated with the direction of the season, whether it's due to the lack of chemistry between Mel and his potential partners or the unbalanced portrayal of his romantic journey. But, as with any show, there's always room for improvement. Here are some ideas on how to fix The Golden Bachelor and ensure it doesn't just survive but thrives in future seasons. 1. Better matchmaking. Focus on compatibility over drama. One of the biggest issues with this season has been the questionable selection of contestants. In reality TV, drama is often the primary ingredient for keeping the audience engaged, but in a show like The Golden Bachelor, the focus should shift from creating conflict to building genuine connections. Mel Owens deserves to have women who are not only emotionally available but also compatible with him. The show could benefit from more careful casting, focusing on contestants who share common values and life goals with Mel. The chemistry between Mel and the women should feel organic, not forced. Solution: future seasons should invest more time in psychological profiling and compatibility testing. This could include relationship history assessments, lifestyle preferences, and even shared hobbies, ensuring the contestants have a genuine connection with the lead. The goal should be to help viewers fall in love with the relationships, not just the drama. 2. A more authentic and heartfelt approach. This season, some viewers felt that the emotional stakes were minimized, with many moments seeming scripted or overproduced. The Golden Bachelor format, after all, is about real people in their golden years seeking love, not young 20-somethings trying to build a brand. Mel Owens, like many of the contestants, comes with a rich life history and an emotional depth that could provide much more poignant moments. Solution: the producers should aim to highlight the genuine vulnerability of the contestants, allowing them to open up about their past relationships, the struggles they've overcome, and their dreams for the future. Instead of relying on the typical drama-filled antics, the focus should be on emotional connection and personal growth, making the audience feel invested in the journey of the individuals rather than just the process. 3. Include more group activities and real-life scenarios. While the usual romantic date nights and over-the-top scenarios can be entertaining, they often fail to reflect the kind of relationships that would work in real life, especially for older individuals who have already experienced the highs and lows of love. Mel Owens needs more opportunities to interact with his potential partners in natural, everyday settings. Think group outings, volunteering opportunities, or even family events where everyone can see how the women interact in real-world situations. Solution: integrating group activities where the contestants can bond in less pressured settings could help create more meaningful connections. For example, cooking classes, volunteering at charity events, or even participating in fun team-building exercises could allow the women to showcase their true personalities and create more organic, relatable moments. 4. Better family integration. The family dynamic plays an integral role in any relationship, especially for older individuals who are entering a serious relationship later in life. However, this season has seen limited interaction with Mel's family, which is crucial for making viewers feel emotionally connected to the process. Seeing how Mel's potential partners engage with his children and vice versa would give deeper insight into their compatibility and long-term potential. Solution: future seasons should incorporate more family involvement early in the process. Bringing in the lead's children or grandchildren for group dates, family dinners, or intimate discussions could help round out the emotional journey, making the audience feel like they're truly witnessing a potential new family form rather than just a romance. 5. Slower, more thoughtful progression. The pace of Mel Owens' Golden Bachelor season has often felt rushed. Romance at this stage in life should not be hurried, especially when building a connection that could last for the long term. Older individuals often require time to truly get to know someone, and while the show needs to keep moving to maintain viewer interest, the rushed format detracts from the essence of a meaningful relationship.